Well, I think it's fair to say that we've had our fair share of setbacks over the last few years. But just 1,409 short days after asking Olivia to marry me, we are finally here.
We knew we wanted to do an abroad wedding. I really wanted to have a long-ish engagement. I always had 18 months in my head, but it's turned out to be 4 years. Not the longest, that's not what I envisaged. That is not what I wanted when I say long engagement. I'm excited to actually, sounds terrible, I'm not necessarily excited to speak to everyone. I'm just excited to just look at everyone and just see that everyone is here, all your friends. Like, we've done the guest plan where we've mixed all of our different branches of our lives. So we haven't got like a uni table or a family table. We've sort of tried to intertwine. So I'm just really excited to see like who gets on with who and who's having a great time, like just to oversee everything. I'm really excited about seeing that.
Yeah, I just think it will be amazing, to be honest. Like, the energy will be incredible.
And we're only a group of 70 for the wedding, so it's such a nice number that we'll just be able to be all closely linked. And then we thought, well, we tried to make it as easy as possible to coming from the UK. People can drive if they want to, so we just decided France and the rosé. The rosé is a big win, the food.
Going back to your point as well around the food and the wine, I mean, it's a beautiful part of the world, like how picturesque this town is, and just those sort of, which you don't really get in Dubai, these kind of obviously the old like towns and just those little communities, and the food, the vineyards, just everything's like amazing. How would I describe Olivia? I genuinely think it's your soul. Like, you're just the most loving, like caring and thoughtful person I've ever met. Empathy is ridiculously strong, to the point where you'll put, more often than not, you'll put other people's feelings ahead of yours. You're incredibly beautiful. I think you know that you're pretty, but I don't really think you know how like naturally beautiful you are. I think she genuinely makes any room that she's in, or any conversation she's a part of, like a happier, better place to be. But I think you are genuinely one of a kind. You're just so thoughtful and loving, and I think it's only got kind of stronger over our relationship, and it's just been amazing.
How would I describe Adam? I know you said this, but you actually put me in front of anything that you're doing, whatever you do, whether you're just simply just making breakfast, you will just make sure you make mine first. You will make me a cup of tea first. He won't even let me walk on the roadside. He'll always make sure I'm not on the side of the road. He laughs at my jokes, even though they're not funny. He cares for me so deep down in his heart that there's just nothing would ever change that it wouldn't mean that I would be in the forefront of his mind. He thinks about me constantly, and I know he does, and I know he loves me because he shows me in everything that he does. He was always striving to be the best in his job and to try and provide for us and our dog, Nala. He's the best, the most special person.
For those of you I have not met before, je m'appelle Chris. I have the great pleasure of being the MC this evening to guide you through all of the speeches for what I think will probably go down in history as the most eagerly anticipated and longest awaited wedding of all time. We have had one venue cancellation, 3 venue postponements, 3 national lockdowns, 1 Brexit, 1 Mexit, 1 new Prime Minister, 1 new President of the United States, 2 new vintages of Domaine de Patras wine, 1 cancelled Olympics, 1 reorganised Olympics, and perhaps most depressingly, the England men's rugby and cricket teams have gone from World Cup finalists to completely sodding useless. A tumultuous couple of years for sure, and I think not least for Adam and Olivia. So I think our first port of call for this evening is on behalf of all of the guests to say a massive thank you to you guys and all your families for persevering with everything. I can't imagine how much stress it must have been for you both, but I think it's safe to say we are all absolutely thrilled to be celebrating with you. This place is amazing, the day's been amazing, so thank you very much.
To my gorgeous wife-to-be, I cannot believe this day is finally here. I have dreamed of making you my wife for so long, and today that dream comes true. You are the most beautiful woman with the kindest soul. You have wanted nothing but the best for me from day one. You have always supported me in everything I have done. I honestly would not be half the man I am today without you by my side. I cannot put into words just how much you mean to me. You make me feel like I can accomplish anything, and that is an incredible talent. I love you more than I could ever explain. You really are a special lady. I cannot wait to grow old together. To my beautiful bride on our wedding day, I will see you at the end of the aisle. Piglet.
Cheers. To my everything, I can't believe we have finally got to this special day. We have been through so much together, but there is no one I'd rather share the highs and lows of wedding planning with. You have made this wedding everything I have dreamed of. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for little Nala and me. We adore you. I mean every word on the front of this card. I will always love you, today, tomorrow, and always. Love your wife.
Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you on behalf of the two for everyone to be here, making the journey from all places across the globe. We're all of us are really excited to spend the next few days with you and have a good party.
I, Adam James Marshall, take you, Olivia Scarlett Russell, to be my wife. I promise to love and cherish you, comfort and care for you, support and encourage you, and to be loyal and faithful to you always. I make these promises to you for the rest of our lives together.
In the presence of your family and friends, do you promise to love and care for one another, to share the difficult times as well as the happy times, and stay together as a married couple for the rest of your lives?
We do.
Good. It is therefore my pleasure to declare that you are now joined together as husband and wife, and this is the only time that I will say this as her older brother. But Adam, you may kiss the bride.
Patras. Assalamu alaikum to our friends from Dubai. It is a coincidence, but not really a surprise, that Colin, Adam, and Rebecca, I heard today, use the same word to start their speech, and that is finally. Finally, we're here. Thank you all for coming and for your perseverance in the face of the disappointing emails from Adam and Olivia announcing yet another delay. Naturally, every father who stands up and makes this speech at his daughter's wedding is blatantly biased. But I stand here and unashamedly say to you that I'm so proud to be able to describe to you how well our baby girl has grown up. Shakespeare's Sonnet 116 declares that love must endure no matter how hard it is tested. He writes, "Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it's an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken." For the benefit of you younger ones, however, I thought a more leading modern expert might be appropriate. So I turned to Bridgerton, which basically confirms that Shakespeare knew what he was talking about. The relevant extract I've taken confirms that just because something is not perfect does not make it any less worthy of love. One doesn't need to be without fault in order to be loved. We must love all of each other, every scar, every flaw, every imperfection. In Adam's moving and emotional words when describing his love for Olivia on Wednesday, he told us that there was nothing that could have prevented them from coming together. The Chinese have a word for this. Yuan Fan is the Chinese word for destiny, karma, fate. But it's more than one English word can describe. It is a predetermination that you cannot prevent. The Chinese believe that Yuan Fan brings people together from no matter how far or distant they may have been born, and living on opposite sides of the world was no obstacle to bringing Olivia and Adam together. No doubt it is the same for all fathers that we arrive at this point in our lives with mixed feelings, especially when it is for the last time. On the one hand, a touch of sadness that all of our children are now grown up, married, and gone their separate ways. However, I am so pleased that in Adam, Olivia has found the right person to look after her in our place.
Lastly, my handsome husband. How good does he look in his suit? Your love for things that matter to you is infectious, to meticulously cleaning your shoes, to tending to your cars, to the love you give to Nala and I. We're so lucky to be loved and cared for by you. You continue to put us first, and we're sure we are always watered, fed, and have somewhere comfy to sleep. I cannot thank you enough for the life of you've built for Nala and I in Dubai. How hard you work to make sure that we get the best and are continuously happy. A huge credit to your parents for the person that you are today. The kindest, most thoughtful and generous person I'm lucky to call my husband. You are my level head and my whole heart. I'm so excited about doing life with you as Olivia Marshall. It really does have a nice ring to it.
course, now to my absolutely breathtakingly beautiful new wife. I know we have both dreamed of this day for such a long time, but I genuinely cannot tell you how happy I am that we are finally standing here together as husband and wife. I've been told that the average wedding involves around 16,000 decisions. And given that this is now our 4th wedding date, that is a shitload of decisions for someone to make who has a natural inclination to sit on the fence. Olivia, you really are an incredible woman. I don't think I could ever find the right words to tell you just how special you are to me and to each and every one of us in this room here today. You have an incredible talent of making everyone in the room just feeling like the most important person. I'm extremely lucky to have found someone so beautiful, but also who I consider my best friend. I know even up until very recently that I've always told you that I was not a big believer in fate. Well, standing in front of all of our friends and family here today, I am finally ready to admit that I was wrong. I truly do believe that we were destined to be together. You got that on film. You are infinitely selfless and supportive. You inspire me every day to be a better person, and I genuinely feel like there isn't anything that we can't accomplish with you by my side. I'm so excited to finally start our married lives together and to create our own little family. I know we have had to wait a long time for this, but I would happily wait another 1,409 days if it ended with the same outcome. So I would like to raise a toast to my best friend and now my gorgeous new wife, Olivia Marshall.